And now from the Funny Bone Comedy Club and Cafe in the Easton Town Center, it's live from the Funny Bone. And here's your host, Mo.
Ooh, new menu items. Hey, welcome to Live from the Funny Bone, bringing you the best in local, regional, and national comedy from our showroom right here at the Easton Town Center. I'm your host, Mo from Blazer and Mo in the Mornings. And on tonight's All Ohio show, we have Cleveland native Bill Squire and the Sierra Mist local comedian of the week, Dan Swartwout. Don't you go anywhere, because we're going to be right back. I think I'm gonna have the cashew chicken, yeah. All right, welcome back. This first comedian credits his start with falling out of a plastic pool at age 6, breaking his arm, and getting a laugh. That's what heroin will do to you. Please give it up for Bill Squire.
So my name is Bill Squire. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio, and I like sports, even though I'm from there, because don't get me wrong, I love our teams, because even though they're not always the best teams, they have good names, good, intimidating names. You know, we got the Cavs, will cut you with a sword. Got the Indians, will shoot you with a bow and arrow. Got the Browns, will on you. Yeah, usually shit on ourselves first, but whatever. Oh my God, I'm getting too fat. I am, that's why I wear the suit. It's not because I want to look nice, it's just I want to try and hide everything. And I gotta wear a tie or else this button's gonna fly off and hit this girl in the face, and that's why she's sitting backwards, because she knows it's coming. These pants are so tight, it's making my farts louder. When I go to the grocery store, people ask me where the junk food is. They're like, hey dude, where are the Twinkies? I'm like, it doesn't matter, I have them all. I got this one friend, he's always trying to help me lose weight. He's like, Bill, losing weight's not hard. All you gotta do is watch what you eat. Like, what do you have for breakfast? I'm like, cereal? He's like, how many bowls do you have? I'm like, how many bowls are in a box? What kind of milk do you use? Whipped cream. I have stretch marks. Yes, I do. But I don't like to think of them as stretch marks. I like to pretend that they're tattoos of flames. They're even on my legs. Ugh. Talk about a fire crotch. If I run without my shirt on, people think I'm really fast. They're like, hey, that guy's on fire. And he's sweating. That's gross. I don't like that. Americans get a bad rap for being fat. Other countries are like, you Americans, you're so fat. Ugh. Yeah, because our food's all amazing. Have you ever had a Hostess cupcake? Oh, my God. Those things are so good, you'll get cream in your mouth and your pants. We even take other countries' stupid food and we make it better. Like in France, you can get a croissant. But in America, you can get a croissant-sandwich. You ask any person if they want a croissant with marmalade or a croissant-sandwich with sausage, egg, and cheese? Oh my God, they'll put that crown on right in front of your face. I went to the store earlier today, and I couldn't find a parking spot. When I finally found one, this old lady started yelling at me. She was like, hey, I was going to park there. Didn't you see my turn signal? And I was like, yeah, I knew you had it on, but I didn't know if you knew you had it on. Then she started calling me names like, you ragamuffin, I had to box your ears. I don't know what that means. And if she would have been nice, I probably would have just moved my car. But since she was being such a jerk, I was like, good luck trying to get your wheelchair up the curb. And I could have helped her if I wanted to, because I know CPR, but I really do know CPR. And when you know CPR, they give you a little card that basically says you can save lives. But I don't think you should get a card if you can save lives. I think you should get a card if your life is worth saving. Like, say some guy has a heart attack, I just pull out his little card. It's like, I'm a volunteer firefighter, and I'd love to give to charity. It's like, okay, I'll save your life. You're a good person. Maybe some other guy, it's like, I'm a shift manager at Burger King, and I like to look at child pornography. Sorry, buddy. I don't like Burger King's fries. My card would say, I'm a struggling stand-up comedian that lives in an apartment the size of a shoebox, and girls love to be my friend. Please let me die. That's real funny, isn't it? A dumb guy. I didn't do well in high school. I remember the day everyone got their scores back for the SAT. They're all talking about how well they did. They're like, "Hey, Bill, what'd you get on the SAT?" I'm like, I got a B. A B? How do you get a B? I studied really hard. I told that joke one time in West Virginia, and they're like, "Hey, quit bragging." Because they hate thoughts. I used to get into a lot of trouble in high school, and I noticed something. The more trouble I got into, the better the punishments were. Like, I get sent down to the principal's office, and they'd be like, "Bill, you've been mouthing off in class. That's detention. You have to stay after school." I'm like, "Oh, that sucks." It's like, "Yeah, if you keep it up, we're going to suspend you, and that means you can't come to school for 3 days." Oh, no. "Yeah, and if you keep it up after that, then we're going to expel you, and that means you can never come to school again. And then you'll never work, and you'll have to live off of welfare, which means the government's going to give you free money. And all you'll do all day long is drink beer and have unprotected sex." Stop it. That sounds horrible. And here I am today. Remember in junior high when you start noticing girls develop their eating disorders? I remember in junior high it's a big deal who you liked, like who you had a crush on. And there's this fat girl that had a crush on the most popular guy in school. And everybody made fun of her for it. Like, "Hey, if you want him to like you back, maybe you should put down the Cheetos, fatso." And it was kind of funny because it hurt her feelings. But I remember when they asked me who I liked, I had no idea what they were even talking about. They're like, "Hey, Bill, who do you like?" "Frank." Because he's my best friend. They're like, "No, stupid, what girl do you like?" I'm like, "Oh, girl? Well, the fat girl, because she's always got Cheetos." There's one thing I hated about school. I hated that they always taught you things that didn't make any sense. Like, remember in math when they teach you this? A negative times a negative is a positive? Yeah, tell that to my bank. Never got a call from them. "Hey, Bill, we see you got a couple of overdrafts here. You just won $1,000.
I said cashew chicken. We'll be right back with more Bill Squire.